conspiracy, cake, and chaos. You can have that and everything else on Identico stream Chaos Incorporated every other Monday on twitch.tv/Identico. But right now, you're listening to Redemption.
This is Redemption, an actual play podcast set in the Star Wars role-playing game system, with Chris Berlew as the GM, and also the droids 11D4 and R3A1.
She wants to be in control and know things.
Andy Fox as the Botha negotiator, Quinth.
I can take the cat.
Kaylee Jung as the Mandalorian, Bree.
Do not touch the Zhaan.
May Coker as the Zeltron enforcer, Zhaan.
Will it be loud if he wakes up?
And Michael Waldschlager II as the Duros pilot, Tazi.
I need a lot of help.
Episode 717, Mommy Issues. The crew abandons the Dusty Dianoga as Quinth and Zhaan inform the rest of the crew that they will be stealing Zahn's mother's ship as she is visiting the casino. The sudden change in plans means that the crew has to quickly collect their things and move, even with the added complexities of a wounded Tazi and a very confused Lothcat.
Alright, shall we roll the destiny pool?
One dark side.
One dark side.
2 light side.
2 light side.
2 light side, and I rolled 2 dark side. So we're at 4 and 4 unless there's any patron ones.
No Patreon ones this time
Not
around.
this month.
Alright, maybe next month. Alright, if I remember correctly, everybody is back on the old Double D, Dusty Dianoga, and you're getting everything ready to hightail out of that ship and head to the other ship, correct?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Alright, do you guys wake Tazi up or wheel him across in a wheelchair?
I believe somebody was going to carry him. If it wasn't D4, then it was going to be me.
I was about to say, I thought Bree was going to carry him, but you're right. D4 could also do it.
He's got extra
You
arms.
just drag him. He has legs.
He's wounded.
Wah.
He got stabbed to death.
So we'll cut over to the crew on the ship getting ready to head to the other ship.
All right, we're going to this new ship. How is Tazi going to get there? Do I need to carry him? D4, are you carrying him?
Just drag him.
We can't drag him. He's been stabbed. He's been bisected in the...
So? Wah. You can just grab a leg.
He hasn't been entirely bisected.
D4, is he... What is your professional opinion? Can he be dragged like common groceries through the entire docking bay?
We have groceries?
Who drags their groceries?
I don't know who drags their friend when he's wounded.
I do.
I mean...
At least twice before. But we're not friends anymore. Long story. Probably because I drug them. Anyway.
You don't drag groceries because then you'd have to... Then the bags
laundry,
tear and then you have to pick them
laundry,
up. And...
Will laundry work? Honestly, I don't care. The metaphor got away from me here. I apologize. Can we just... D4, can you pick him up and I'll carry his things and we will go?
It is possible to wake him and have him walk. I have successfully sealed the wound, unless it is preferred to keep him quiet.
Will it be loud if he wakes up?
How is it going to look if we are carrying a wounded Duro? We should put alcohol on him so he smells drunk.
He has already done that for us.
Or we could have D4 wake him up so he can perambulate on his own.
Para
I
what?
suppose we don't want to leave anything of his behind anyway.
Zhaan, walk, so he can walk on his own.
Okay. I got my cat. Settle down. I'll give you snacks later.
D4 goes over and wakes Tazi up.
What? Where? What's going on? What's happened?
We have a new ship.
Potentially, but you were stabbed. I have successfully removed the pieces of the Shakar, and we are abandoning the ship to recover a new one.
Okay. Give me a moment to catch my breath and get my footing, and I should be fine.
Did you hide anything on the ship? Because I've gathered up most of your things, but if you hid anything, I didn't actively look for anything that was hidden.
No, I don't have anything hidden here.
All right, then once Tazi gets his breath back, we will begin
Where is this ship?
We need to pick it up from the valet. We have the ticket. And we happen to have someone who looks exactly like the owner of the ship. And Quinth looks over at Zhaan.
Well,
Waves.
that's very lucky. I would suggest that Tazi and I not be there because the valet does know that we belong to this ship. So we should probably stay off to the side and come once you have the ship.
All right.
That'll work, right? Sure.
I mean, I don't think it matters. I mean, I think people are,
Did we change clothes?
No, Zhaan, you're still wearing exactly what you wore to the casino.
Oh. Zhaan looks
Do you want to
down.
wear red?
Probably should if we're gonna take my ship.
Yes, because she wears red all the time.
It's true. Okay, let me go dig through some suitcases.
Where did we get suitcases?
Do you like them?
We picked them up in the casino.
I found them.
I
Just
paid
flip
for
open
them.
a lid, digging through them. Clothes going everywhere. Here you go. Nice red dress.
We cashed out some chips.
Zhaan,
Yeah?
should that be vibrating?
Well, technically yes, but at this time, probably not.
A1 rolls up to Quinth. Do you think that Zhaan can pretend like her mom to get us past, or do you think she's going to blow our cover?
I think that it's a different valet, so I don't think it's going to matter.
Wait,
Valets don't...
the ship
you know.
belongs to Zahn's mother.
Yes.
I slide the dress on over my bandages.
That is only slightly less distracting. Okay, so we're going to... Your mother gave you a ship.
Let's go with that.
No.
Or not. It's kind of like giving, but more like taking.
A1 turns and looks right at Bree. No, we're going to steal it because this one we have to leave. And her mom's not nice. So we're okay taking things from people we don't like.
Oh, all you had to do is say that. It's very, very clear cut. Thank you, A1.
You're welcome.
Yes. We seem to be being tracked, or at least one of us is. I think you all know that since you had a... And Quinth looks around at, like, the scuffle from the altercation.
Oh, that's a very good idea. One moment. Bree heads up to the bridge for a second.
A1 looks at Quinth. Should we be worried about that?
Quinth hesitates.
Bree walks in a minute later, and she's got a printout, and it just says, "Sick person on board, do not enter."
Clever.
A quarantine sign.
They're fun.
What's that noise?
I turned it off. No,
A1 looks at Zhaan. So, would your mom have any security measures on the ship?
probably. Mom and I didn't get along a lot, and I didn't really hang out with her, so yes.
What does your mom do?
Stuff.
That
She goes to meetings, and she wears pantsuits, and she has lots of boyfriends.
Does she have a lot of money?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Very well.
Like the kind where you look at someone and go, you have too much money.
I mean, look at this luggage.
Then A1, I would assume that there will be security measures of some kind, either physical or computerized.
Emotional.
What? How would there be emotional defenses? I mean...
She is mean.
I mean, people put up
She
walls.
is mean. Yes.
Well,
Not
called
physical
names?
walls, like emotional
I mean,
walls.
there
That's
could be
right.
unintentional...
So we're going to have to face her down, and you're going to have to take some verbal abuse to get the ship? I'm very confused. You people steal things in a very odd manner.
let's just go get the mothership.
We might not even see her.
Wait, the mother's ship or the mother ship?
Yes. In this case, it's the same
Okay,
thing.
no, that's fine. That's fine. I shouldn't have even asked. I should know better.
Tazi, that's actually kind of my motto these days. I'm starting to just regret asking most of the time.
I can't say as I blame you.
And yet curiosity drives us onward.
Well, I mean, technically, I'll be flying us onward once we get on this new ship that we are taking.
Again, I was speaking metaphorically, more in a spiritual sense. These
okay,
are the
okay,
things
got
that
it.
help us get out of bed in the morning.
Metaphors.
Zhaan, would you please take us to this new ship?
Sure.
We need to go back to the valet.
I don't remember which direction that was. Over here?
That way, Zhaan. And Bree points out of the ship.
Zhaan turns around, goes out of the ship.
And Bree puts a huge quarantine sign on the ship.
No, it's like an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. It just says, "Sick person inside, do not enter." It's held on with the Star Wars equivalent of transparent tape.
All right. So everybody's heading down there?
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds like it.
Sure.
But at some point, it sounds like Tazi and Bree are going to hang back.
Bree actually puts her helmet on at this point, and so nobody can tell what she looks like. I just realized that.
Who has the highest perception?
I'm guessing Andy or D4. I've got 3 yellow.
I only have 3 yellow as well.
2 yellow, 2 green.
I only got 1.
So 3 yellows, what I heard is the highest. Is that
Yep,
right?
unless D4's got us beat.
Nope. He's good at medicine and stealth, not seeing things.
It's fair.
All right. You guys head down to the ship. You give the ticket to a valet.
I wink at him.
Smiles and nods. Right this way. Smiles and escorts you guys to a little shuttle. The little shuttle takes you up to a boarding ramp to the ship. So you guys are sitting there. It's a very shiny Durasteel door. And he
Nice.
smiles and waves as he heads his shuttle down the little tube towards the other passengers.
I wave back.
A1 looks at Zhaan. So do you know how to circumvent the security system?
You open the door and smile.
Yeah, let's not go with that plan.
Would you mind trying A1,
All right.
please?
Okay. That wasn't good.
I think they were looking for something a little more technical, Zhaan.
Oh, okay. Technical.
I mean, if A1 has problems, we could always try knocking and you could just announce yourself as your mother's daughter and you are here for a visit. They might let you on.
I could do that.
Oh, are we assuming there are people on right now?
There probably is. There's always help.
I assumed the help went with her.
Yeah. My family has a lot of help.
They need a lot of help.
I see what you did there.
Have you met Zahn's family?
Tee.
I've spoken to them on the holo.
A1 rolls over and plugs into the computer port. We see it spin a little bit. Then the door pops open and you hear the sound of the seal break and it slides open. After you.
Zhaan walks in.
Is there a pull if fire is detected mechanism, A1? Because then everybody would just leave the ship.
This ship or the whole area?
This ship.
I mean, if you do that, they're going to run into us because we're right here.
Okay. Should we hide and then pull that trigger?
Bree follows on.
I mean, there's plenty of
I just-
closets.
Don't particularly want to get into an altercation.
Just act snooty and confident. Altercation. They live for altercations. Like, just, belittle people. That's how you roll in the Jakar family. That's my last name, guys. Have I never told you my last name?
No, I was not aware of it.
I mean, I knew it.
It's a fine last name.
Thanks. Anyway, Zhaan spins and keeps walking into the ship.
Bree follows her.
I don't think it's going to matter what we do
Why?
because they're just going to walk on.
They who?
A1's literally pointing his finger at Bree and Zhaan.
Oh.
Them.
Zhaan, show us the closets.
What? I mean, there's all kinds.
Have you been on this ship before?
No. I've been on the smaller ones, but Mom never let me on this one.
This closet looks good. Quinth is going to shove Zhaan and Bree into a closet and lock them in.
What? No.
No, hold on.
No.
We're just gonna... We're just gonna...
Nope.
We'll join you in a minute.
Don't lock me in here.
Okay, I won't lock you in. But just stay, okay?
You got 10 seconds.
Alright, Tazi, you get everybody just in the closet.
There is no room in this closet.
Yeah, there's a few of us here. I mean, it's a big closet, but
Okay,
still.
in the other closet then. Just get out of
Which-
sight.
Which other? Okay, just hide. You want us to hide?
Hide!
It's been long enough.
Okay, well,
Yes.
hide is fine.
I think we're out of the 10 seconds that you mentioned, Zahn. Are we supposed to leave now?
Sven's claustrophobic.
Okay, Zhaan, please work with me. I'm going to pull the evacuate,
No,
and hopefully that...
don't think that's a good idea.
Okay, why?
Because, again, I think A1 was pretty clear about it. If you pull that lever, especially on this high roller level, yes, a number of staff may evacuate, but they're also going to send security forces directly to the ship. It's all wired in.
Okay. Are we going to steal the staff along with the ship?
We can drop the staff off somewhere. I mean, it sounds like knowing if what we've heard about, the owner is true, right? If what we've heard about Zahn's mom is true, then maybe they'll be happy to get away.
We do have some money that we can bribe them with.
I don't think we'll have to bribe them. I think we'll be able to just say, hey, we freed you from your captor.
They're not slave. Quinth looks at
Are
Zhaan.
you sure?
They're not slaves, are they?
Are we all in the same closet? I thought we were in separate closets.
As far as I know, you, me, and Sven are in this closet by ourselves.
Yes, and I'm picturing the rest of us having this conversation through the door.
No, it's a party ship. Some people are here because they want to be. Some people are here because, well, they have to pay off bills and debts.
Zhaan, may I ask you a question?
You just did.
How about another one? Or two, even?
You can ask me as many as you like, Bree.
Okay. Is that Sven, or do you have to go to the bathroom?
Yes.
Ah, my mistake.
These bandages are tight.
We need to find the bathroom, Quinth. Can we come out
Okay.
yet?
Yes, you can come out. Tazi, let's find the cockpit. Apparently, we're just going to take the ship with the people on it.
There are people on this ship?
Probably.
So here's my suggestion. Why don't we have Zhaan get on the comm and call a general meeting of the staff on the ship? We will release them to the dock before we leave.
We tell them that they're all fired and they should go home.
We give them credits to spend in the casino and enjoy their day.
Ooh.
Why would we do that?
Because it's a good story to get them off the ship. They'll gladly leave.
Some.
How about I walk through the place threatening to shoot anyone who doesn't leave?
No, Bree.
That works too.
I didn't say I was going to shoot them. I said threaten them.
Bree, let's just go with the bribery.
I'm sure they've heard it all before.
That's fair.
Also, are we suddenly so flush with credits that we can afford to just throw them hither and yon?
I have a feeling it won't take much.
So, we might have stumbled across a very drunk person's stash. So we do and we cashed it out before we left. So yes, we actually have some credits. Now granted, it'd be nice to keep them. I know we have some other credits that we've gotten as well recently. So these are sort of extra credits that perhaps a GM wouldn't allow us to keep for very long because we might do something inappropriate with them. So
What's a GM?
I don't know. Seems very odd.
This ship is very much inappropriate for everything.
This is a Nubian ship. It's not a GM.
Yes.
what?
A Gamorrean Motors? Have you guys never heard of that brand of ship?
No, my first ship was a GM.
Can we get to the nicer part of the ships instead of just these hallways?
I think the bathroom might be that way, Zhaan. Let's go look.
A1 looks at Zhaan. Do you want to go to the guest quarters, the royal throne room, as they call it on these?
Dibs on the throne room.
Well, I mean, this is a J-type 327 Nubian
Obviously.
royal starship that your mother has somehow purchased.
It's a royal starship.
Well, that's just what they call it.
A1, could you do you have the layout in your memory?
Yeah,
Could you show us?
sure. Yeah, he projects a little image up there.
Can you highlight the fresher?
There's a couple in the quarters. There's one in the royal throne room. There's some down in the crew quarters. There's probably something in the escape pods that I assume you have to use. He highlights them all.
How exciting. Let's go to the throne room. Throne room.
I'm gonna head for the cockpit and start running some
yes.
checks.
Yes, good.
A1, would you care to come with me?
Sure.
Maybe you should lock the door behind us.
Yes, let's do that.
Not the closet doors, but the actual door.
I will lock the door. Bree and Zhaan, you help Zhaan find the bathroom. Meet me and D4 in the main lounge area. That's where we will call the staff.
How about once you guys are in place, why don't you calm me and I'll just send I'm sure there is a signal for a meeting in the cockpit.
Sure.
Ship this size with staff, they probably have a chime that calls a meeting.
That sounds like a good idea. Thank you, Tazi.
You're good at this.
I mean, we don't have to make it any harder on these people than it needs to be, right? I mean, we're stealing the ship, but it just so happens they're here. It's not their fault.
All right. Ready, go.
A1 heads with Tazi to the cockpit.
Man, this thing's fancy.
Yeah, they get up to the cockpit. It is very nice, very clean, very sleek. Everything on it is state of the art, up to date. It's all touch panels. There's no buttons or levers flipped up that you have to flip with your fingers. It's all move your hands around, touch things, and make it go.
Like, Tazi takes a walk around the cockpit, kind of just brushing his fingers over, I would assume there's kind of like a fine ancient wood inlay. Again, it's almost a luxurious cockpit.
Yes,
If you would consider this a luxury vehicle.
absolutely.
The seats are very plush. Everything is almost over designed. It's simple but also ornate.
Yep.
The controls are simple, but the interfaces look ornate. The surfaces look ornate, and Tazi sits down, and I mean, this is some ship, little buddy. But you know what?
What?
I kind of missed the Fang.
Me too.
All right, do me a favor. I'm gonna look over here, but if you could check those panels over there and look to see if there's see if you can find the controls for the servants gathering or the meeting chime. I'm sure there's one in here. It's a fancy ship.
Yep. What noise do you want it to make? I can make it do anything.
You know what? I heard I understand it, rich people like bells, right? So make it sound like little bells.
After A1 plugs in, all across the ship you hear a little... A1 just looks at Tazi like that. You think they'll get the message?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna hop on the comm real quick. Flip on the shipwide comm, would you?
He spins his little connection to the computer. Yeah, there you go.
All staff, please gather in the... Where do we have them gather again?
The main reception hall. That's
Reception
what they call it.
hall? Okay. Attention staff, please gather in the reception hall for a very important meeting. Attention all staff, please gather in the reception hall for a very important meeting. All right, that should do it. That should do it. All right, now let's start checking out these systems. Let's make sure this baby's ready to go.
A1's doing a system-wide diagnostic. Yep.
Tazi's getting familiar with the piloting interface.
The chair is very comfortable. You actually fit into it just fine. There's 2 main seats. You can tell there's a pilot and a co-pilot. And then behind there's a small little engineer station, which also doubles as like the communication station.
Hey, buddy, is there any weapons on the ship? It didn't look like there's any armaments from the outside.
Pretty well armed.
Tazi will pull up on the touch panels he's in front of. Will basically load up a touch panel that's showing the weapons array.
There's 2 forward-mounted light blaster cannons, 2 forward-mounted twin laser cannons, and 1 aft-mounted twin light blaster cannon.
Wow, this thing's kind of loaded for bear. The only thing it's missing is concussion missiles, I think, and an ion cannon. We can add those though. That's not a problem. I think we should be okay for defense, I guess, for now. Everything checks out on my end. Anything on your side?
Everything looks good. Ship looks up to date. I don't see anything that jumps out that we should be aware of.
We may need to change the transponder codes. You mind taking a look? Hopping in there and seeing what you can slice out?
All right. 1 second. I got 1 success, 1 triumph, and 3 advantages. Oh, I got it. A1 looks over at Tazi. Yeah, they've already got 6 fake transponder codes already on here.
Oh, there's 6 preloads? Well, that's perfect. We don't have to change the thing.
Well, we might want to modify them because Zhaan's mom will know what those are. But at least the Empire might not know who we are in this ship.
What? I mean, do you think she'd actually know what they are? I mean, just because it's her ship doesn't mean she knows anything about it, right? I mean, that might be maybe the pilot, got those codes, or maybe there's somebody else that has those codes and not her mom.
I think her mom's kind of the opposite of her. She wants to be in control and know things.
You're probably right. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, let's if you could cobble together some new codes. Go wild with the name. Choose whatever you want for transponder code names. That's on you. All you, buddy.
All right, I'll come up with something.
Have fun with it.
All right, will do.
I guess everything seems to be in place here. Let's just wait for the go code from the rest of the group here.
Okay. And then we cut over to the rest of the crew.
I would like to have picked up when we were in Zhaan's mother's rooms, whatever denotes that people work for her. If that's like a patch or a vest or something. I want to, because I'm thinking it's like if it's fancy ship and it's big enough for like guests and whatnot, like you probably want your staff designated somehow. And so I'm thinking whatever that is, like a hat, maybe, I would like to have picked up one of those.
Okay. May, what do you think Zhaan's mom would use for a uniform?
For a uniform for her staff, they would look like those uniforms that bellboys wore back in like the 1920s or something, with that little pillbox kind of hat and just like straight gray kind of suits, very plain with a little bit of gold piping on the edge.
Excellent. So Quinth puts one of those little hats on, like the little vest.
D4, should we wait for Zhaan and Bree, or should we just do it?
What do you mean specifically when you say do it?
Uh,
Call
I
the
thought we were to wait here till they came back.
call the staff together.
All staff, please gather in the... Where do we have them gather again?
The main reception hall. That's
Reception hall? Okay. Attention staff, please gather in the reception hall for a very important meeting. Attention all staff, please gather in the reception hall for a very important meeting.
I think that we might be late to call the staff.
Well, this is exciting then. I guess we'll have everybody just come here and... Yeah, that's fine.
D4 just stands there kind of staring at you as he's got his little cart of medical supplies.
Can you hide that cart of medical supplies?
Opens the closet door next to him, slides it in, shuts the closet door slowly, and then just backs up against the wall quietly.
I would like to put forth that there are at least 2 to 4 dozen closets in this thing.
Yeah.
We're never going to find them all.
In this room?
No, on the ship. There's like infinite number of closets. We're never going to find them all.
It's not technically
where
a
does he keep
smuggling
coming
ship,
from?
it's just a rich person's ship.
Yeah.
We cut over to Bree and Zhaan heading into the royal throne room as it's denoted on the diagram that A1 put up.
Zhaan, it looks like this is actually a throne room. There's not a fresher here. There's just, like, a platform with a big chair on it.
Oh, there's got to be a button.
I'd like to spend a force point, if that's okay. And as Zhaan and Bree walk into the throne room, there are a handful of staffers, like just basically doing some cleaning work and polishing, and they see Zhaan, and they immediately fall into like positions of prostration in front of Zhaan.
Zhaan, I think this is actually a throne room. All hail the daughter of Jakar.
Jakar! Jeez. I mean, you've only heard it once, but that's okay.
And the royal cat,
Sven,
Jakar.
here. Somebody brush my cat. Here, take it. Somebody.
One of them reluctantly grabs Sven.
Brush him nicely.
Who is in charge here?
Besides me.
Of course, your ladyship. I'm speaking to the servants.
Oh, why?
To find out who is in charge, milady.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
There's an older male human who steps up. I am in charge of the cleaning staff that is here.
You are doing a wonderful job. Milady Zhaan would like to see her room.
He
Yeah.
blinks at you. I was not aware you were going to be here. I have had no communication, so I apologize. There is no
Help
room
these
ready
days.
for you.
Excuse me, my lady, let me explain. It is a surprise for her mother's birthday. Did you not get the memo from her father?
It's a good spot for a deception check.
Thank you.
Good call.
Bree with her 3 green deception.
My god, I have such big deception!
Chose the wrong group, didn't you?
I would.
I thought I was going to be talking to the staff.
So did I. Blame Michael.
Well, I didn't say that these aren't the only staffers.
Yeah, you get plenty of time.
And a meeting was called.
It's true.
Yeah, but I don't know if I don't know if that's happened in this group yet.
No, it's probably going to happen here in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I was getting there. I would say, I mean, this is just a normal, average person, so I was just making an average deception check.
I would suggest, Chris, that the presence of Zhaan would give Bree at least 1 blue die.
I got 4 successes without the help, so I'm okay if you guys want to just let
You're
that
good.
go.
Okay. He looks at you very awkwardly. I apologize. I was given no message. And as he goes to step away, that's when we hear,
All staff, please gather in the... Where do we have them gather again?
The main reception hall. That's
Reception hall? Okay. Attention staff, please gather in the reception hall for a very important meeting.
That's the Major
Attention all
Domo here.
staff, please gather
They
in the
probably
reception hall
have the
for a
food
very
coming on board,
important
so can you point us to the quarters so Milady Zhaan can get ready?
he looks at Zhaan.
Yeah.
It would be
The
same,
surprise quarters.
Well, it's the same quarters you used to use a few years ago.
Of course they are, but somebody has to show me. That's how this works.
It could have been redecorated. We do not assume. Do not speak to the lady in that manner.
Yeah.
I have to go to a meeting. You heard. I can't. I
Go
could
on.
walk you part way
We'll
there.
We'll find it ourselves.
Yes, go on, and your behavior has been noted.
As he's leaving, you can hear him kind of whisper to another staff member, "Well, it's nice to see nothing's changed with her," as they walk out.
Bathroom?
I think so. Which way is the bedroom? That would be where the fresher is.
Oh, this way.
All right. I hope that poor man doesn't get too clawed trying to comb Sven, but we'll find him later.
Oh, of course. He'll be fine.
We go in search of the bedroom.
You have to go through the main receiving hall to get to the guest quarters, which is the same direction they're heading, so that's the same direction that you guys are now heading.
Okay.
All right.
And we cut over to the main reception hall as Quinth and D4 walk in with watching. There's, the 6 crew members that were in the throne room there. There's also a male Syrian who is also there. And then Zhaan and Bree walk in.
Bree follows the group into the room, and as they continue through, she just gestures.
Major Domo, this is the cleaning crew. Please let them know to be set up correctly for the birthday party. We're going to the bathroom. Milady?
Bree holds out her hand.
Of course. Zhaan takes it.
And they walk on down the hall.
So how many crew have assembled?
7. There's the 6 that were up in the throne room, and then there's the extra male Syrian that's standing there.
Okay. All right. Thank you all for coming. As you heard, there's going to be a party, and her ladyship is in a wonderful mood. She has done quite well in the casino, and she has hired me and sent me here. More crew will be coming to set up for the party, but she wishes to reward her loyal crew. You get this party off. Not only do you get this party off, but she would like to give you some credits to go into the casino yourselves. I can take the cat.
He walks over and quickly drops the cat at your feet and then backs away.
How wounded is that person?
Probably used to Zhaan bringing in animals like this, so...
I was going for a leadership, but I would also take deception.
I think it's more of a deception check.
Okay. Okay, how hard is this as a deception?
All right. So this deception check is a little different than the last one, because you have somebody else in the room. It is 2 reds and 2 purple.
So I have 3 yellows. Could I upgrade at least once? And so that'll give me an extra green. So that's 1 green and 3 yellow to 2 purple and 2 red.
Yep.
Okay. I got 2 advantages, 1 failure, and 1 despair.
Perfect. All right. The 6 staff members that were in the throne room, they smile and just walk up to you, Quinth, and just hold out their hands.
Okay.
They're just waiting for the credits.
We hand them credits.
All right. They leave. The Syrian, he smiles, walks up, takes his credits, and walks down the exit ramp towards the casino.
I'm gonna calm Tazi. Hey, can you read the life signs on the ship? Are we alone? I feel like I didn't do that well, and yet they all believed me. I know when I've told a lie well, okay? I'm apparently really off my game tonight. I just think we should go sooner rather than not.
Sure. Just a second. Little buddy, you
Okay.
wanna... Can you throw on a life sign scan?
Yep.
Isolate our signals. Yeah, isolate us and just make sure there's nobody else on the ship.
Yep. Looks like 6 people just walked off the ship. 1 walked to the exit and turned around and is heading back to where the rest of the crew is.
Wait, I'm confused.
Well, hold on.
So 6 walked off of the ship and then they came back?
Nope. 1 of them came back.
One of them came back.
According to the scans, we had 6 people walk off the ship. 1 went to the exit with the rest and then turned around to head back towards you, I think. Toward your area. So you got company incoming?
All right, D4, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to hide in the closet. This person's going to come in, potentially talk to you. I'm not sure. I would like you to incapacitate them, preferably painlessly. Or you know what? Maybe I don't have to hide for this.
Please define what you mean by incapacitate.
Knock out. Make unconscious. Preferably the use of quick-acting drugs, if you happen to have any upon your person or in the closet.
Still alive.
Still alive, yes.
Very well.
D4 stands there waiting for this guy to come by. And
Tazi, we may have an issue down here. However, I would like you to stay there unless I ask you to come because we want to leave as quickly as we can. I will try to handle this.
Yeah, just try to talk him off the ship before you do whatever else you're going to do eventually.
Okay.
he walks to the entrance of the room, looks at you, smiles a toothy smile. You are good. I will give you that. But I've been doing this a lot longer than you. Why are you really here?
Do you really have any loyalty to... I can't even think of a way to describe her. That doesn't begin with the word bitch.
He smiles. My employer does.
Ah. Well, so, here's the thing. Eowyn's going to stay in the casino. This ship will be leaving, and you can choose where you want to be. And I suggest, if your employer has loyalty to Eowyn, that you go find Eowyn before the other half of our team does. We're really not the ones you should be worried about.
He smiles. I'm not worried about you. I'm just curious what your intentions are. Make a quick perception check.
Against?
We'll make it a hard perception check. 3 purples.
4 successes and 2 threats. I feel like he's both of the threats.
It's a little stressful as you realize D4 has been slowly sliding his way into position like you told him to.
Yeah.
He is just waiting for the nod, a signal, whatever, from you.
Really, we only want the ship. This group only wants the ship anyway.
A simple hijacking.
Well, I wouldn't say it's entirely simple. I mean, we do have Eowyn's daughter with us. There's some complicated family drama happening.
You see, he contemplates this for a moment. He says, well, unfortunately, for me to make my employer happy, I have to keep Mrs. Jakar happy. And losing her ship would not make her happy.
That's a shame to hear, friend. At least I think we could have been friends. I'll give you one more chance to walk off this ship.
It's more your last chance, not mine.
I'm very curious about what's about to happen, so I will give the signal to D4.
All right. D4 is going to leap out with his not-so-massive melee skill. D4 does leap out with his little stim pack that he has modified, and the Syrian smiles and sidesteps and takes one hand and pushes D4's hand away from him, and then he puts his hand on D4's hip and kind of pushes him away. And then you see him slap something on his waist, and from the ceiling, 4 droids literally fall out of the ceiling and land right in the middle of the room. First, we should roll initiative.
Are those of us not in the room rolling vigilance?
Yes.
Okay.
What did you get, Andy?
3 successes, 4 advantages, and a triumph.
Perfect. All right, what did the rest of you guys get?
I got 5 successes, but until I hear a blaster fire or somebody screams, I'm not in combat.
Yep. May, what did you roll?
2 success, 2 advantage.
And we'll have All right. Top of the order. Who would like to go first?
Quinth.
All right.
I think I'm just gonna blast him.
Okay. Fire away. He is in short range.
Okay.
So it's normally 1 purple, but he's a nemesis, so it's a red. Plus he has 2 defense. So a red and 2 black. And you have to add another purple because he is still technically in melee with D4.
Well, I hope I don't hit D4.
A red, a purple, and 2 black dice. So does D4.
Can I do my true aim maneuver to gain the benefits of aiming and upgrade combat check?
Yep.
I've got 3 yellow and 1 green, so would that just upgrade me to 4 yellow?
Yep.
2 successes, 1 threat, and 1 despair.
Okay. What is your total damage then?
12? This is just a heavy blaster pistol, and I had it on the stun setting.
Okay. As Quinth fires her blaster, it slips out of her hand and hits the ground, fumbling away from Quinth. So you just have to spend a maneuver to go pick it up. It's his turn. And he's not too happy about being shot. He reaches down to where his thigh is, and you see him flip his wrist, and he flips his hand towards you, Quinth.
Uh-oh.
What is your ranged defense?
My range defense is 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna dodge,
Okay.
and I'm gonna upgrade the difficulty of the check by 1.
Got it. Well, only 3 successes as a throwing knife hits you right in the arm, Quinth. You're going to take 8 wounds, and then he steps off to the side, putting a D4 in between you and him. And it is D4's turn. D4 pops open the blaster pistol built into his left upper arm and fires a shot at this guy at pretty close range. Somehow D4 rolled 2 triumphs and 1 success net. So he blasts him really solid with the stun setting because he was told to keep him alive. And I will kick in some criticals. I will use 1 to kick in a critical and 1 to upgrade Quinth's next roll.
Okay.
D4 shot it so close it actually grazes the side of his head. And you see him kind of shake his head. It looks like it might have rocked him a little more than it should have. So then the droids that are in the room, they are all leaping after Quinth.
Of course they are.
And do you have a melee defense?
1. If I can, I would like to dodge these as well. I'm assuming if there's 3 droids, it'll be 3 strain to dodge against each of them.
Oh, it's just the 1 strain, whatever the dodge is. They're all minions, so they're attacking at the same time. And they have these little, looks like little stun batons in their hand. And they swing, and I got, 4 successes. So you're going to take 9 stun damage as they all start smacking Quinth with all these different stun batons. Let's say Bree and Zhaan make perception checks. Just average, so 2 purple. Yeah.
I got 2 successes and a threat.
I have 1 success, 1 advantage.
Perfect. You guys hear blaster fire and the sounds of combat happening in the room down the hallway.
Bree immediately turns and begins to sprint for the room, drawing both pistols.
I would say that we're going to go at the top of the round. I say you guys come in as this round is opening up.
Okay, that's fine.
So top of the order, first PC.
Andy, why don't you go ahead, and then we'll come in afterwards.
So Quinth will do a somersault over to the blaster and pick it up again.
Okay.
I'm going to use sniper shot before making a non-thrown ranged attack, and I'm going to try to shoot him again. I can perform a sniper shot maneuver. Oh, I can't perform 2 maneuvers, though.
You can take a second maneuver. You just take 2 strain for doing it.
It was 1 red, 2 purple?
1 red, 1 purple, and 2 black dice.
2 successes.
Okay. What's the damage?
So damage 12.
All right. Perfect. He doesn't look very happy.
So Quinth somersaults, grabs her blaster, takes a second to aim, and then shoots him again.
All right. Perfect.
Very much aware that there are still droids around her.
That were pummeling your back a minute ago. Yep. It is his turn. He is going to attempt to get away because he has taken a lot of abuse. So I'm going to have him make a quick athletics check against, D4 is the closest, so have him make one against D4. Well, that's hilarious. He turns to run, And with the 1 failure and 1 despair that I just rolled, D4 snatches the back of his collar and throws him to the floor.
Go D4!
Next PC. Who would like to go next?
Bree will come into the room and sees the droids pounding on Quinth.
All right.
And
Short range. So it's just 1 purple, and they have 2 range defense.
so 1 purple, 2 black.
And Quinth moved away, so they're not engaged still.
Okay. I'm going to use true aim.
Okay.
If I get enough advantages, I'm firing both weapons. So
Nice.
1, 2, 3. I have 4 successes and 4 advantages.
Okay.
So I'm going to take 1 shot at one of them, which will be 15 points of damage.
Okay. He falls down.
I'll spend 2 advantages to get my second shot off, and I'll spend the other 2 on blue dice.
Okay.
Second shot then hits for 11.
All right.
For the 2 advantages left over, I will give the next 2 people on our team blue dice.
Okay.
Does that take the second droid out?
Not quite.
So Bree comes into the room, and left blaster comes up, sights on one of the droids, puts it down with 1 very finely placed blaster shot. The other droid spins in place as she arrives, so her second shot from her right blaster only wings it and sends it kind of careening against the wall, but it's still in the fight.
All right. Perfect. Next PC. Zhaan, do you want to go or you want D4 to go?
Zhaan will come running into the room after Bree, seeing that one droid get winged. While Zhaan is in this beautiful red evening dress, she still has her gloves and her boots on. She wore them the whole night.
Nice.
So it's on.
She runs in to the one that got winged, and I want to kick it, like, in the chest, like you would, like, chest area, like...
Okay, fair enough.
And push it back.
Do a flying kick to its chest.
Flying kick to its chest.
In a red evening gown.
Right? And boots and gloves.
It's
I'm
slit
hot.
really high. I mean...
Oh, yeah. This thigh high.
Perfect. Roll 2 purple dice and 2 black dice against your melee.
Melee. Where are you? 5 successes, 3 advantages.
Perfect. What's the base damage then? Or what's the total damage?
So, I haven't got to kick anybody with my boots before. Or yet. Damage is 9.
Wow.
It also, because these are pretty cool high tops, says it has a couple qualities. Disorient 3, stun 3.
Okay. Well, his chassis cracks open. You see sparkles as he falls over, looking inoperable.
That's so pretty. Gosh, these boots are great.
What would you like to do with the 3 advantages?
I will pass on some blue dice to other people, the next person. Right?
All right. Fair enough. Next is the 2 remaining droids, and they have a fresh new target that just walked in near them. What is Zahn's melee defense? Well, probably nothing since you're not wearing...
Not in that dress.
Nope.
Still, I got 2 successes. 7 stun damage, minus your soak. And then we cut over to D4, who's got a hold of this Syrian, who's now flat on his back. And D4 has his blaster, and he just points it right at him. And D4 is going to fire point blank at him. I should have D4 roll more often. 5 successes and 3 advantages is what he rolled. So D4 fires this blaster set on stun point blank into this Syrian's chest. And you see the Syrian's kind of twitch a little bit, and then he just goes completely limp. So we are back to the top. Who would like to go first?
How many droids are left?
2.
Bree turns as Zhaan comes flying into the room, takes out one of the droids. Then the droids turn on her, and one of them actually manages to connect and rips the dress. Bree just turns and very calmly shoots them once each. 1, 2. Okay, that cancels. Okay, I have 1 success, 3 advantages, and 2 triumphs.
Wow.
Nice.
So I'm just going to use my 2 triumphs to take them out. Bree just very calmly just basically kills them. 1 shot to each, just taking out their processing unit. And then as they fall to the ground, you hear her just say,
"Do not touch the Zhaan."
Ooh.
Excellent.
Is everyone all right?
Quinth will sigh. It could have gone differently. He could have just kept walking.
Oh, no, he wouldn't have.
Who do you know him, Zhaan?
Well, not personally.
Do you know who he might be associated with? He said that his employer is loyal to your mother. I'm gonna, loot his body and look for, any information, but if you happen to know...
Oh, no.
That's great. Oh, okay.
I just assume.
D4's he's got his right knee
Yeah.
on this guy's stomach, and he's just popped out his little vibro sword out of his lower right arm, and he's just got it near the man's throat, just waiting, looking at you.
No, D4, no, down, droid, please.
What?
We're not going to dissect. We're not going to kill.
D4, not on the carpets, I think is what she means.
Tilts his head sideways, goes,
I am merely restraining the prisoner. If he tries to sit up, he will impale himself.
Okay.
That's fair.
Good plan.
D4, do you actually mind searching him to see if there's anything on him that might tell us who he works for?
he starts patting him down, and he slides a data pad across the floor to you.
All right, wonderful. So I think we should tie him up, leave him outside, and take off.
That is a wonderful idea, unless you wish to question him.
Do we want to question him?
Do we wish to find out who his employer is? Then we should question him.
I mean, I'd be interested, but I suppose we could just leave him on the next spaceport, or do we really need to know?
I would answer that question quickly. We probably should be leaving.
Well, Bree, what do you think? Should we bring him with us and interrogate him and then leave him somewhere? Or should we just kick him out?
I would not recommend leaving a live enemy behind.
That's fair.
That seems tactically unwise. However, killing him and ruining the carpet right here would be very bad too.
All right. Quinth will calm Tazi back.
Go for Tazi. Is everything all right? We saw some odd things on the sensors, but
I'm going to need a back-to-pack, but don't worry about that. We have...
Wait, is D4 with you?
Yes, we're fine. We have a prisoner. The person who came back was trying to make life difficult. He is currently unconscious. I think we're just going to go.
Okay, well, the ship's prepped and ready to go, so...
Great. Let's head out, and if this ship doesn't have any sort of brig, we can put him in an escape pod, and because those lock up pretty tightly.
Oh yeah, for sure. We've done that before on the Fang. Where are we going?
Testing. Is this thing on? Okay. Quinth and A1 said they need me to record another one of these things, so here we go. Redemption is played using the Star Wars role-playing system by Fantasy Flight Games and Lucas Books. Follow the crew on Twitter @RedemptionPod, Instagram @RedemptionPodcast, and check out our fancy Holonet page at redemptionpodcast.com. If you're enjoying our adventures, please leave a 5-star review for us in iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or your Holopod feed of choice. Also, Zhaan's candy needs are growing, and you can support the crew by throwing some credits at patreon.com/redemption. All donations go to keeping our favorite Zeltron full of sugary stellar snacks and helping us keep whatever ship we're in patched up. And save. There. I'm all done, Quinth. Can I have my flask back, please?